Hey everybody, I'm going to go over my TPLM trade since that was my first trade with a plan. I guess second. I did technically have another one. It just wasn't as concrete. It wasn't written down, and it was a swing trade, and I'll go over that in my next video. But as you can see here, my TPLM trade ended up as a $20 loss, and it wasn't. I did have a gain, 7.9%, but I was trading with a really small account. I had 1,000 shares, and what happened was, let's bring up the chart here. What had happened was, I had I'd gotten into the trade on the Tuesday, I believe, right here, and I'd gone over that in a past video where I got in the entry and it immediately dropped down to my risk, but it never broke my risk. The 24 actually did hold as support. And it came back up, and OPEC came out with their guidance that they're going to decrease their production. So oil started to spike, and that was actually exactly when this started to really take off and have some legs. And right here, my plan was to get out above 30 plus. So when I'm watching this, I'm sitting here and oil is going up. And in the morning, it had hit 32 and it was holding. Every time it hit 30, it held. It broke. In my mind, I'm thinking it's going to hold and go up because when you have emotions going through you during a trade, really hard to stick to a plan, especially when it's your first trade trying to stick with a plan. You really want it to work out. And I really wanted to come back on a video and say, hey, look, guys, I stuck to my plan and it popped. It really went. I made 30% on my first trade. But instead, it did the exact opposite. And this is because it got greedy. Right here, when it started showing weakness, I should have gotten out. There's really no reason as to why I did not get out. I can try to make up any excuse in my head, but I had a plan and I did not stick to the plan. There's nothing else to really say about it. You go through all the hard work to create a plan and then you don't stick to it. It's kind of self-defeating. And when it did break and it bounced all the way down to 26, just under 27, it bounced back up. So I'm sitting here thinking that it's going to bounce up, and it does on Friday to 28.5. And having a full-time job, it couldn't have bounced at a worse time because I'm a technician and one of our clients' servers went down. And it was a hardware failure, so I was on site till 10:30. Which, if you look at exactly 10:30, it's back down to exactly 28, which showed resistance the rest of the day. And I missed my opportunity to get out above 28. And what I did was I ended up selling it. I put a sell order in at 2797. And I had 400 fill out of my 1,000. And then it dropped, and it seemed to not have. It didn't look like it was going to come back up to 28. It may have been this area here, right at 10:30. As soon as I had the opportunity to sell, I started selling. And sure enough, if I was patient and just left my 2797 order in, it would have ended up filling throughout the day, and I would have only have had to pay the one brokerage trade for TD is $9.99. I would have only had to pay that once, but instead I sold the 400 and then I replaced the order and changed it, and it only sold, I think, 200 and then it dropped down to 275, and the ask was 2757. So instead of trying to chase, and I was chasing and selling in the week, as Tim Grittani, I was watching one of his videos. He says he doesn't like selling in the weakness. He likes waiting for that bounce. And if I was patient, it's not like there's a huge bounce here, but it did come back and retest that 28 area, and that's where it showed resistance. And that's what I should have done. I should not have chased and sold in the weakness. I should have waited for the stock to recover, and I would have been fine. I would have had I would have broke even. I think at 2797, I made $1.20, just over commission. But I would not have taken a loss. And what ended up happening was I took a $20 loss. So starting the whole trading with a plan, I started with it in my TD Ameritrade account. Started with $309 and some change. And right now, just to show you guys, my funds available for trading, and most everybody will laugh at this, but I don't want to start off with a really huge account, but I have that's interesting. But I have $290.28 to trade with, just to show you guys that I really am trading with a small account, and I want to grow. And let's see here. And for those of you who think, oh, that's way too small, you could never grow an account that size into anything profitable. So let's do some simple math. How much time do I have? I've gone over the trade. I got 3 minutes. Just 290. I want 1.077%. Just to do some simple math here. I'm going to do this times this equals 310. And let's see what the difference is with this minus this. 20. So I would need to make this plus my commission $40, which we can go this plus 40 minus this is, alright, I messed that all up. But I need to make $20 here, so I need to make $40 to make 7% on my account, which would give me $310, which will allow me to trade with $300. And I do have a whole chart thing that I was doing just for simple math like that, so I know in my head that it is possible. It's not, and the best part about it is it's consistency. I may not get a $100,000 trade or $1,700 trade, but if I can make $20 on a $290 account, and that's going positive $20 after commission, that's well over what the average trader will make. And if I stay 7% is my goal, 7% is a solid trade when you start building your account. 10,000, 7% is $700. So you have to start somewhere, and I wanted to show you guys that I am starting with $290 now because I just lost that trade. All right. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like my videos. Follow me on Profithigh and watch my progress. And thanks for watching.